Hey guys, what's up? Agent Rachel Luba here. I wanted to talk about the Rule 5 draft because I get a lot of questions about it, and to be honest, even a lot of agents and people within the industry aren't really sure what in the heck the Rule 5 draft is. Welcome to Luba Sports, my friend.
Welcome! Big launches! Agent Rachel Luba here.
Got him swinging! Trevor Bauer strands.
Every December, we have the Rule 5 draft. It's always at the end of winter meetings. What it does is it allows certain teams who do not have a full 40-man roster, they can select certain players from other teams who are not on the 40-man roster. Now, the format of this draft is similar to the regular draft that we all are more familiar with. It happens in reverse order from how you finish the season in terms of rankings. And in order to figure out which players qualify to be among those that could be selected in the draft, here's how you figure it out. If you are a player who was drafted by your team at the age of 18 or younger, your team has 5 years to put you on their 40-man roster. If in those 5 years you have not been put on the 40-man roster, you are now eligible to be selected in the Rule 5 draft. If you were drafted at the age of 19 or older, the team has 4 years to put you on the 40-man roster. If they have not done that yet, if you've been stuck in the minor leagues for 4 years and you were drafted at the age of 19 or older, you are now eligible to be selected in the Rule 5 draft. Now it forces the teams to make a decision. If they really want to keep this player, they will put him on the 40-man roster. They will protect him, and now he cannot be drafted. If they, for whatever reason, they don't want to protect him, now they risk him being selected in the Rule 5 draft. He's fair game for another team to select. If you're a team who is going to draft a player, you're going to select a player in this draft. What you have to do is if you see this player over here, you want him. Their team did not protect him, so he's now eligible. And you say, I want to draft him. All you have to pay is $100,000 to that team, the team he's currently with, and now you can draft, you get that player. However, when you bring that player to your organization, you automatically have to add him to your 26-man roster. Not 40-man, 26-man. Now, let's say fast forward a few months, and now the team that has drafted you in the draft, they've added you to their 26-man roster, and now, for whatever reason, they want to take you off of it. The only way they can do this is first they have to put you on waivers. I can go into exactly what waivers are at a different time. However, what you need to understand about waivers is basically it's going to give clubs in a certain order the option. It'll go one by one. We'll start with the first club. Do you want this player? And they can say, yep, I want this player, and they take the player. They can say, nope, pass. And then if they pass, it goes to the next team. The next team, do you want this player? There's a specific order kind of how waivers work and in terms of the order of the teams that get to select. However, in order to get rid of this player that the team has put on their 26-man roster because they drafted him, they selected him in the Rule 5 draft, they have to first put him through waivers, and he has to clear waivers. Now, if he clears waivers, now the team must offer him back to his original club, the original club that they drafted him from. So they'll say, okay, you know what? He cleared waivers. We want to remove him from our 26-man roster. Again, could be for a variety of reasons. And they will basically give him back if that club wants him. And with that, they also have to pay the club again, now $50,000. So they say, here, we're going to give you back this player, and we're going to give you $50,000. If the club, for whatever reason, decides they don't want it, they don't want the $50,000, they don't want the player back, now the club who drafted this player can outright him to the minor leagues. Now, there's benefits for players being able to be eligible for the Rule 5 draft. A lot of times it's not your cream of the crop players necessarily, but more so maybe diamonds in the rough, somebody that's kind of hidden amongst a lot of depth and talent in one organization, but will be able to have an opportunity and actually shine with another organization. And so it allows these organizations to scout and figure out, are there any diamonds in the rough amongst these players eligible? And they can now draft them, select them at a bargain, basically. I mean, it costs them $100,000. And now the benefit is, now this player is going to have an opportunity because he has to be put on the 26-man roster and he has to stay there for the entire season, or else he has to go through the process of waivers and then be offered back to the club. For a player, he's going to usually be very happy about being selected in the Rule 5 draft because now he knows he will likely be on the 26-man roster for the entire subsequent season, which is great for him. It's exciting to be a player that's selected because usually, again, you're stuck in this organization where it's now been either 4 or 5 years, you have not been put on the 40-man roster yet, and you were not protected. Now, if you're protected, that's great because that means that now your club has said, we don't want to lose this player potentially. We see the value. We're going to protect him. We're going to add him to our 40-man. Now that's great. Now for the first time, that player has been added to the 40-man. So he's either added to the 40-man with this organization or he gets a chance with another organization and has to be on the 26-man roster for the entire next season. Hopefully that gives you kind of an idea of what exactly the Rule 5 draft is. There are some nuances to it that I'm not going to go into in this video, but I just wanted to give you guys a brief overview to explain what in the heck the Rule 5 draft is. Be sure to like and subscribe down below to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any other educational videos on the inside workings of baseball and the baseball industry.